Hey guys, I thought I'd make a little video in response to Kind Old Raven's video on higher native DPI and your sensitivity in game. So I'm at 1600 DPI with my mouse right now. Here we go. So as you can see, it kind of has that stair step thing that he was talking about. So what's actually happening here, from my discovery, I don't have any knowledge in how it actually works, but this is the best I can come up with. The lower your sensitivity, think of like a grid. So on your screen, or like a graphing paper, and your crosshairs will snap to anywhere there's an intersection of the lines. So as you can see here, I think my sensitivity is 2.3 is what I play at. I kind of bounce around between 2.1 and 2.3 depending on how I'm feeling that day. Obviously, it's not important. But I'm going to go ahead and jump up to, let's say, 100 sensitivity. Oops, wrong button. Sensitivity 100. So now when I move, these jumps are a lot more noticeable, even so much that you can see them when we're zoomed out here. So let's get control of this. So each one of these little things is snapping to the next point on that grid. So the higher your sensitivity, the larger that grid will be. The lower your sensitivity, the smaller your grid will be, which will ultimately end up like an anti-aliasing type of thing. So it looks smoother or feels smoother. So you can see it's really exaggerated here with the stair steps that Kind Old Raven was talking about. So we can go even higher. Oof. So let's go to 500. So now these steps are going to be giant. So each one of these little tiny moves all the way across there. So if you play with a low DPI and a high sensitivity, you're actually not letting yourself hit certain pixels. So I'm going to try and go up one cross section here. There we go. So you see how it jumped from basically underpass to window? What ends up happening there is you're losing out on all of that. Oh my gosh, this is so difficult. You're losing out on all of that space there. You can't actually physically shoot anyone because your crosshair can't actually go into the area between there. So you shot there, shot there. So between those two shots, you cannot shoot anything in there. So the higher your sensitivity is, the less actual screen room that you have to shoot. So if we go up to a sensitivity of 0.5, now I have to move a lot, but now you have all of this information. You can shoot anywhere in this space. So if I go even lower, 2.1 let's say, you now have that grid taking up a lot of space, so there's a lot more information. So think of it as more pixels that you can actually shoot. This would be way too low for me. But 2.1, 2.2 is where I found at 1600, but that's just me personally. So whatever works for you. Let's go into this. So you can see here at that lower sensitivity, you can't even notice it. You can't even notice the grid lines because there's so many of them. It's actually still happening. It's just, it would be impossible to tell at this low sensitivity. So that's what is happening when you change your sensitivity to a higher sensitivity or a lower sensitivity. It's actually making those grids larger for your crosshairs to snap to or smaller for them to snap to. So that's all I have to say.